Hi everyone, welcome back to the Ray Governance account and welcome back to the Illinois office. In this video, we will be covering the basic functionality of the TSI SoundPro Type 1 and Type 2. So without further ado, let's get into it. If you're a first-time user, you have come to the right place. In this video, I will cover how to start, pause, and end a study session, adjust the meter setup, turning on and off Octave Band filters, and how to extract the data from the unit. The first thing you will notice when you open up your SoundPro kit is your contract, return label, and a comment bar for the long day ahead. The TSI SoundPro is a sound level meter that is not intrinsically safe. It is typically used for area sampling and/or sound mapping in a non-explosive environment. Next, you will see all the essentials in your kit: your calibrator, windscreen, mini USB cable, power cable, USB drive with all the software, double-sided Phillips/flathead screwdriver, and spare batteries. The first thing you are going to do is turn on the SoundPro using the power button, which can be found on the bottom right. Now that the unit is on, we can see the main menu and the options at the bottom of the screen. The 4 buttons directly below the screen allow you to select the options you see at the bottom of the screen. The arrows allow you to move up, down, right, or left on the main part of the screen. Now that we know the functionality of the buttons, let's make sure there is no test being ran. This is important because if the SoundPro is actively collecting data, no settings can be changed. To make sure the unit is stopped, look at the top left corner of the screen, as I am pointing to right now. You should see a battery icon showing the current battery life of the device and a play, pause, or stop icon. As you can see, a study was being ran, so I paused it by using the run/pause button at the bottom of the screen. Now it is paused. In order to stop the study, you must press the stop button and hold it, and see the countdown until it gets to 0. Now that the study has stopped, we can use the up or down arrows, go into setup, and hit enter to open up the setup menu. If you wish to go back, hit that escape button or the on and off button. In the setup menu, you can adjust the settings so that they are better suited for your project. If we go into meter setup, you can change the threshold, exchange rate, criterion level, upper limit, and projected time. To go back to the previous setup screen, press the back button. Due to our standard setup, we normally turn off the Octave Band filters. By going into the logging setting, you can turn the filters back on. We set up the time and date of the unit based on the delivery address. If you decide to travel or are going to a different time zone, you can adjust the time and date under the time and date setting. Pushing the middle enter button will allow you to enter the editing mode and will allow you to move the cursor to the right. Using the up and down arrows will allow you to change the numbers on the clock or of the date. The left or right arrows will allow you to move through the screen or go back to the slot that may have been skipped. When you're done, select the enter button again to exit out of the current line item. Once you are done, select the back button to go back to the setup screen. When you are ready to run a test, make sure you go back to the main screen. On the bottom left, there will be a run button. To run the test, press that button. To pause the test, also press the run button. Please ensure that the correct icon is being displayed so that you are collecting data. Please do not turn off the unit unless you stop the test. Not stopping the test may erase data. To stop and save your test, select the stop button in between the left and up arrow. There will be a countdown starting with 3, 2, 1. Once it stops, you can view your data in DMS. Now that it's the next day, we can view our data. All of the software, manuals, and guides can be found in the USB drive. Popping open the bottom of the SoundPro and grabbing the mini USB cable, connect the smaller end into the SoundPro like so, and connect the USB-A portion to the slot of your computer. The DMS software should look like this. Press it and open it up. The licensing key is found on the screen, as you can see. Before we collect the data, ensure that the SoundPro is on. In the startup menu, there should be 3 options: Setup, Download, and Data Finder. Click Download, as I did. If needed, you may have to change the device/communication settings in the software. This will allow the instrument to show up on the screen. You can change the device selected on the left side of the screen. You can do this by going to the Family section on the left corner and selecting Sound Level Meters. Then, right underneath it, in Instruments, go and select the SoundPro. Once you select SoundPro, the bottom section may disappear. This is fine. Looking over to the right of the screen, there should be 3 tabs that display the following: Setup, Download, and Miscellaneous Setup. For the purpose of extracting the data, click on the round circle on the left side of the Download tab. If you do not see any files, try clicking on the refresh button that can be found towards the bottom of that section. Once the files appear, you may either select all or only specific files. Once you have selected all the files you would like, hit Download. The software may ask if you want to clear the data once the files are done downloading. We suggest selecting No, in the event there is an error or you need to re-download the data. Once the prompt is answered, the software will automatically go to the Data Finder tab. If this process does not happen automatically, you can go to the Data Finder tab near the top left of the screen. You should see the most frequent files that you have downloaded in the Data Finder tab and review that data as you wish. If you use DMS frequently and have downloaded files before, you may browse through these as they are archived. If everything looks good and you are able to see your results, feel free to clear the data at this point. That's all for today. Go ahead and drop a comment of what you would like to see next, or if you have any other follow-up questions, please call the number on the screen or send an email to the Reiko Runs confirmation. Don't forget to give a like and follow. Bye!